From under the Gold Dome in Charleston, this is the West Virginia Capitol Report.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of the Capitol Report. I'm State Senator Bill Laird, and we're coming to you from beautiful Hawks Nest State Park here in Fayette County. It's West Virginia Day, the 150th anniversary, the Sesquicentennial since the formation of the great state of West Virginia. A lot of activity going on throughout the state, and we're very, very pleased to be coming to you from truly a remarkable facility here at Hawks Nest. And we're going to have us a guest or two, talk a little bit about the park, the history of the park, some of the amenities and things that anybody can come and enjoy the beauty of Hawks Nest State Park. My colleague, State Senator Ron Miller, is up in Wheeling for the interim committee meetings that are currently underway, but I was unable to attend due to some other obligations, so chose to stay at home. But what a great way to spend West Virginia Day, the 150th anniversary of the state of West Virginia, right here at Hawks Nest State Park. Coming up, we're going to have several guests. We're going to start out with a good friend of mine, a gentleman I've known for a lot of years, who does a great job as the superintendent of the Hawks Nest State Park, Mr. John Bracken. And John will be joining us so we can talk a little bit informally about really the remarkable assets that we have here at Hawks Nest State Park. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Superintendent John Bracken.
From under the Gold Dome in Charleston, this is the West Virginia Capitol Report.
Okay, welcome back to the Capitol Report. I'm State Senator Bill Laird, and coming to you from beautiful Hawks Nest State Park here in Fayette County. And I'm very, very pleased to have with us today on today's show a good friend of mine, a fellow I've known for quite a few years, John Bracken, who is the current superintendent at Hawks Nest State Park. And John, first of all, thank you for having us over here today, but a lot of activity underway, just a lot going on, this being West Virginia Day, just all kinds of activities. Won't you tell us a little bit about what's going on in the park today?
I certainly will, Senator. Today is West Virginia Day here, our 150th anniversary. We're very pleased to be out here on a beautiful day. The temperatures are absolutely wonderful. We've got a lot of people stirring here. We've got food booths, we've got vendors here. We've got free train rides. We've got discounts in our gift shops for a certain period of time. We've got a tram ride that takes you down to the New River Gorge Bridge. You can buy one ticket and receive another ticket for free. The day is absolutely gorgeous, and we're just happy to be part of this anniversary and be here.
Well, and I think from what I understand, activities are currently underway in all state parks on West Virginia Day, and really I think an appropriate way for the state to kind of give a little back to the community by opening up the doors and having a lot of folks come in. Just a lot going on. Good crowd here on hand today, and we actually did a little singing earlier. We have to I guess maybe apologize for that. You may be a little bit more musical than I, but that's about the flattest version of the West Virginia hills that I think I've heard in quite some time.
That's absolutely correct. I'm about like you. I was trying to hide in the back because I'm looking at I'm singing like a hound dog back there, so I'm trying to hide as much as possible. But yes, it was a very nice time, and we did it at noon, just like all the other state parks have done. And we did it in unison throughout the entire state at noon today.
Well, and again, what an appropriate way to sort of show our appreciation for the fact that we do happen to live, I think, in the greatest state in the land of the free, and West Virginia Day this year, particularly with the 150th anniversary, is just someplace special. John, let's talk a little bit about the park. Everybody locally, of course, is aware of Hawks Nest State Park. Just a tremendous amount of amenities. You come to Hawks Nest, there's an awful lot to do. I want you to kind of highlight some of the facilities you have here and what there is to do when you come to Hawks Nest State Park.
I'd be very pleased to do that, Senator. We have a 31-room lodge that was completely renovated in the last year and a half. We have all new furniture and bedding throughout the entire facility, curtains. The nice thing about that part of it is that all of the furniture that we brought in was made right here in the United States, in Hickory, North Carolina. It's Thomasville. I'm so happy that we had all this made in America. Our bedding, which is all brand new, was manufactured and produced in Huntington, West Virginia. So I'm very happy that we were able to get this done. The new curtains have been installed. We have new flat screen TVs throughout the entire facility. We installed a state-of-the-art, high energy efficient heating and cooling system. So now the lodge has individual heating and cooling conditions for each room throughout the facility. The swimming pool has been upgraded this year. It's absolutely gorgeous, beautiful swimming pool to be on. We have our new playground that's up and running now. We have 3 gift shops throughout our entire park. We have 2 scenic overlooks that are just breathtaking. I mean, we've had people from all over the country, and actually all over the world, come here and talk about how great the views of the gorge that we produce here. The new Hawks Nest overlook at our lower park was done by a grant that we got from Division of Transportation and through the governor's office, and it is absolutely beautiful. It's like a 4-lane highway around to our famous Hawks Nest overlook. And it is ADA accessible with binoculars that can be viewed from the wheelchairs that people use to go around there. The aerial tramway takes you down into the gorge. It's a 500-foot descent, where the jet boat will actually take you up almost to the New River Gorge Bridge, which is a magnificent view of the bridge from underneath it. We have a full-service restaurant located here on the park. It's open from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Great down-home cooking here. The golf course been phenomenal for us the last few years. Increased play each year. Great course to play on. It's a nice, tight course, so you can get trouble on it real easy, but it's a great, fun place to play golf. And that's just a few of the things that we have to offer here.
Absolutely, and by that laundry list of things, certainly there's a lot for people when you come to Hawks Nest State Park. Of course, the real signature when you think of Hawks Nest, you think of the beautiful overlook and the maybe the most photographed scene in West Virginia. You just that's a real symbol of the state, the beautiful view that you get of the New River Gorge from the vantage point at the overlook. There's an awful lot of ongoing work that has to go into trying to maintain and operate a facility like this, and obviously you've got some good help. You have a number of employees that are responsible for your maintenance and grounds, and so to that extent it is a source of meaningful local employment. What's your staffing like here at Hawks Nest?
We have approximately 13 full-time employees. During the summer months, when we get our seasonal help, we have up to a maximum of about 40 people, and they do a tremendous job. As you've noticed, the grounds on our park are absolutely immaculate. I'm so pleased that we're back to where we should be and having this place looking the way, when a person comes in here from outside, they're going to say, wow, that was great to be there. The employees here are just, they take pride in their work. They're happy to be part of the Hawks Nest State Park staff and the family that we have here.
And again, you can just kind of tell and sense by when you come over here that this is a happy group of employees, glad to be doing important work for the state of West Virginia on a facility such as this. In terms of your occupancy, I know you're bound to keep track of the number of guests that come and go each year, and how's that been looking? Is it trending pretty good? And what are some of the, what's that number? Annual visits here at the park?
Well, actually, we've pretty much stabilized for the last 3 to 5 years. We've been running approximately 400 to 425,000 people annually that come to our park. Our room occupancy has increased. We've actually maxed ourselves out We have a 31-room lodge, and of course, you know, with the Wi-Fi and all the new amenities we have, like the large flat screen TVs in our rooms are just going like hotcakes. So we're keeping our rooms full, we're keeping the money coming in, we're keeping people employed, and we offer wonderful service to our guests that come here.
And again, I think not wanting to overly credit the state, but it does take an investment and a commitment financially to make the kinds of upgrades and improvements that have been done here at the park. As you mentioned, a lot of renovations in those rooms and adding to the comfort level of people that want to come into the area. I think it's, I'm certainly glad to hear as a member of the legislature that we're investing back into the facilities to try to keep them up and stay current. Certainly Wi-Fi is here to stay, as they say. So. But you know, I know last year, and I know this because I'm chairman of the Parks and Recreation Subcommittee that looks at these things. We had some storms last year, created some havoc statewide. Were you impacted here at Hawks Nest as a result of the derecho and some of the other types of storm problems that we've had last year?
Yes, sir. The derecho hit on June the 29th. It hit at about 7:15 p.m. here. We did have substantial damage throughout the entire park. So many major trees that came down. We were without power for 11 days, so of course this was during a time that we were running at about 100% occupancy. We were able to call all the guests or email the guests and tell them, hey, we're not going to be open because of this storm that's going on. But it turned out to be very well. We got them back up and running again on July the 11th. But that was during our peak time of the year. Revenue was substantially decreased because of those storms. During the Superstorm Sandy, we were closed 5 days due to lack of power. And we were still at a high occupancy rate, which again cut our revenue and cut our occupancy throughout the year. So we're looking this year, it's got to be better than what it was last year. We're just looking forward to this year big time.
Yep, absolutely. Well, let me ask you another question. You know, obviously summer is a time a lot of people vacation and get out and move around, and certainly Hawks Nest facilities are open year-round. In terms of other sorts of functions that occur throughout the year, I know this is a location that really plugs into the community very well, where you work with other organizations to try to assist them in some of their events. Won't you tell us a little bit about some of the events in the upcoming calendar, what you have going on here at Hawks Nest?
Actually, in August, well, first off, we've got the Boy Scout Jamboree that's going to occur from the 15th through the 23rd of July, which will be in the area. We're looking forward to a lot of overflow business from that. And then in August, we're going to have a hummingbird festival put on by Wolf Creek. The people from there are coming over here. They're going to be doing the banding of the hummingbirds, which is, if you haven't seen that, that's something that you'll want to see. It's amazing what they can do with these hummingbirds and how far they actually travel. Then in September, we do the Country Roads Festival for the Anstead Lions Club. We let them use the facility and help them set up. And that's a huge event. It's always in the third Saturday of September. And then in the third weekend in October, we do Bridge Day. And of course, we get all the runoff from the bridge. They all come here after the bridge is closed. And then they spend the night here. We're full for that weekend, of course. Then on Sunday, they're back here again. They want to see the park before they leave the state. And then we go into November, and we go into a lot of group business during that time, which fills our lodge up and keeps our restaurant and everything open. In December, we do Midland Trail lights along the Midland Trail. And that is done by the foundation and volunteers throughout our community here. And it's a beautiful sight to watch the cameras, to watch all the lights, to see the snow falling on the lights themselves. It is absolutely phenomenal to come over here on a sunny, or on a night that it's snowing and you have all these Christmas lights out and the ornaments out. It's a beautiful area to see.
And certainly that makes really Hawks Nest State Park a year-round facility. It's really kind of the crown jewel here in Fayette County. With our tourism economy, it certainly is nice to have a facility such as this. John, time flies when you're having fun, and I'm afraid we're going to have to wrap it up here. I'm sort of getting the cue signal, but I really appreciate you putting this event together over here today on West Virginia Day, and certainly inviting us over to be a part of this, the festivities. And I just want to thank you for your friendship, and I've enjoyed having you on here.
Senator, we love to have everybody here, but I especially love having you over here anytime. You know, you're welcome at this place, and we'd love to have any legislatures come out and business too. But of course, this is for the community, so please, come out and enjoy the great days here with us.
Absolutely. Well, there you heard it, the superintendent at Hawks Nest State Park, John Bracken, a good friend, and certainly a man who really does a truly great job in keeping these facilities spiffed up and making it an important part of our community. We're going to take a quick break. We have another guest, I believe, who has just arrived, and we'll be talking to another good friend of mine, Renee Harper, who works here at Hawks Nest, and we'll be talking to Renee here shortly. But we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
From under the Gold Dome in Charleston, this is the West Virginia Capitol Report.
Welcome back to the Capitol Report. I'm State Senator Bill Laird, and we have with us a very, very special guest today who's agreed to join us, Renee Harper, who is the Director of Group Sales, maybe, and also the manager of the gift store here, gift shop here at Hawks Nest. And Renee, appreciate you coming on our show. We've known each other for quite a few years through your work with our community corrections program, but now here at Hawks Nest, a big day going on, and I know you've been pretty active in putting a lot of these things together. It's been a good time for folks to come out and certainly enjoy the day. But in terms of the people that come to Hawks Nest, I guess you look for groups who are able to in some way book rooms and make accommodations here at the lodge. Is that primarily what you do in trying to book groups and bring people into the area?
That's correct. My role is to promote Hawks Nest as a group destination, whether that group be a family reunion that's going to host their family function here, whether it's a church group or a professional group who holds their business meeting here, or trainings and workshops at Hawks Nest.
Well, that's great. And again, the facilities here, you can accommodate groups that may want to get together for a variety of different reasons. I guess the communications and way you contact, if you are interested in hosting some kind of event here at Hawks Nest, I assume there's lots of options in terms of either internet or direct contact. Let's just say I'm a person who wants to book let's say a family reunion or something through the lodge here. How do I go about doing that?
Certainly, you're welcome to call. You can call our main number, or you can do that through internet communication. It's hawksnestsp.com.
Okay, and that I think is important in this day and age. Folks always look for ways in which how they communicate. Let's talk just real quickly about the gift shop. Do you have a single gift shop here at the Hawks Nest, and what kind of merchandise do you all try to make available?
Okay. We actually have, Hawks Nest has 3 gift shops. We have one here at the main lodge. We have one down on the river. We refer to that as our river gift shop. And then we have one at our lower park area. What we're trying to do in our gift shops is certainly some local products. We like to display and sell a lot of merchandise from local artisans. And we're certainly moving more towards American-made products. That's important to us here at Hawks Nest as well.
So you're actually, able to purchase specific things. It's not the kind of thing that You get the merchandise that's at every gift park, every gift shop in the state. You have some liberty to individualize and make purchases here?
Yes, sir, we do. And again, that's important to us here at Hawks Nest. I mean, we're looking for that unique item that you're not going to find at maybe another gift shop along the way, and certainly that you're not going to find at Walmart.
Absolutely. Again, just remarkable facilities here. It's a great place to come, whether it's just you and another person or a larger group. Again, your lodging capabilities a little bit limited in terms of the number of rooms you have available, but do you stay pretty full here and throughout the year?
We do, Bill. It's a 31 room lodge, so there are on many occasions times when we have to turn people away. I ran some numbers prior to our interview, and currently we're up 42%. Our occupancy's up 42% compared to last year.
Wow, up 42%, but as Superintendent Bracken and I were talking, last year was a little bit tough with some storms that kind of took the park out of commission, but any kind of an increase such as that, and I believe somewhere in the neighborhood of in excess of 400,000 people each and every year come to Hawks Nest. That's remarkable.
Absolutely. I think Hawks Nest is one of the most visited state parks in the park system.
And certainly one of the more spectacular with the overlook. The tram is a very important, interesting attraction that gets you access to the jet boats and on the Great New River. Just a lot of things going on here. Looks like you work with some good people over here. It's always good to credit your staff, and I've heard them talk about how important you are, but you've been pleased. I know you haven't been over here an awful long time, but looks like you work with some pretty good people.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Hawks Nest is a wonderful place to be. I've been here about 6 months. I mean, it's a new position to be, but very familiar environment to me. This is the community I grew up in, so it's really nice to be able to promote Hawks Nest in southern West Virginia as well as West Virginia.
Absolutely, and just in terms of the folks that come to Hawks Nest, I assume we have some local folks that kind of have day use over here, but do you get a lot of out-of-state guests? I'm sure every now and then you have somebody from Canada blow through, and what do you see in terms of the variety of people coming in and out of Hawks Nest?
Again, just a variety of people from all over. I've really been surprised by the traffic that is passing through Hawks Nest, and it's been really fun for me to be able to witness people's experience to come in here. I mean, they're just amazed at the view and at what Hawks Nest has to offer, and so that's been a fun thing for me.
I'm sure, and again, being a native of the area, in Ansted area, and as some of us say, across the river, we say that with all due respect, you know, it's even though this is a state facility, and I made this point earlier with Superintendent Bracken, it's important to kind of plug into the community and be a part of things, and it seems to me that that's something that they do a good job at here in Hawks Nest, whether it be working with the foundation. I think if people kind of want to plug in and be a part of things, seems like there's an opportunity for folks to be a part of what's happening here at Hawks Nest.
Oh, absolutely. Again, Bill, Hawks Nest has a lot to offer to everybody, as well as the community surrounding Hawks Nest. You know, here in Ansted, we have the wonderful Contentment Home, a lot of history in this area and in this park. We have the CCC structures here at Hawks Nest, the Tyree Tavern up here in Ansted. So there's really Hawks Nest and the community surrounding Hawks Nest that has a lot to offer to the guests that are flowing into this area.
And again, that spectacular view from the overlook, it's just sort of a signature shot of West Virginia. It's very familiar on a lot of tourism brochures and things of that nature. But truly, this is a hospitality industry, and our state parks are an important part of our hospitality efforts in promoting tourism in the state. And again, that's I think important. But we have a lot to offer here regionally in the county with a lot of the outdoor adventure activities. I'm sure you all reference and recommend people staying here to avail themselves to a lot of what there is to do recreationally in Fayette County.
Absolutely. Again, I mean, it's been a joy to me to be able to connect people to the other industries that we have in this community. So, I mean, it's been really easy for me to promote and sell Southern West Virginia.
Well, again, we're afraid we're kind of running out of time, but Renee, I've just it's been a real joy and privilege to have you come on the show here today. I know you're a little bit new to your position here, but I'm sure, as you always do, you'll do a great job here at Hawks Nest State Park, and a really super event that you've managed to help and put together here today, and just really appreciate you taking the time to come over and talk with us.
Thank you, Bill. We've enjoyed having you, and again, it's been a great day to celebrate West Virginia's birthday.
Okay, folks, there you hear it. Renee Harper here at Hawks Nest State Park, and a good friend of mine that we worked together for many, many years, and Renee continuing to do a good job here at Hawks Nest.
From under the Gold Dome in Charleston, this is the West Virginia Capitol Report.
Okay, welcome back to the Capitol Report, and very pleased to have with us a special guest, a gentleman I've known for a long time, quite a few years. Used to be the former mayor of Golly Bridge, but now the manager of the restaurant here at Hawks Nest State Park, Steve Thomas. And Steve, I'm so glad you took a little bit of time. I know you all been hustling around getting food out here today for the public, but thanks for coming on. And why don't you tell us a little bit about the restaurant here at Hawks Nest? I assume you, I don't know your hours and those kinds of things. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your restaurant?
Well, first of all, let me say we're really pleased to be part of the park system here in West Virginia. Hawks Nest State Park is probably one of the most attractive and scenic parks in the area. And if you have never been here, we sure would like for you to come and participate. The history abounds here. We'd love to tell you some of the history, but our restaurant is really superb. We have different types of fish, steaks, and we have country cooking for those that like pinto beans and cornbread. So, I mean, it's whatever you like, we'll serve you.
All right, that you're making me hungry just talking about that. But are you open year-round? Is there a seasonal part to your restaurant? Do you have any kinds of groups that host meetings there? Those kinds of things?
Well, we had 4 weddings all through the month of April. We have a couple more coming up. We have bus tours. We have different state agencies that use our facility for conferences. We're open 7 days a week from 7 in the morning till 9 at night. The only day we're closed is Christmas.
Hey, that's certainly high probability you'll come over and find something good to eat just about any time that you want to. Talking about throwing a plug in, you got something coming up here in July?
We've got a fantastic show. July 5th, we have Gary Tolley, who's actually played in Las Vegas. We have Bill Neal, who's local, that has played all over the country, and they're going to be here. They've never met each other, and they're going to be playing here together. I want you to come out and hear them.
All right, and there you hear it. Big event coming up. Again, that's July 5th here at Hawks Nest State Park. We're kind of getting a signal that we need to wrap things up, but Steve, again, I appreciate you taking the time out from your busy day to join us here. And again, anytime you're looking, you hear that growl and you get a little bit hungry, why not just pull on into the parking lot, and I'm sure you'll take care of them. But thanks for having us, and thanks for coming on.
Thank you, and happy birthday, West Virginia.
All right, there you hear it. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
From under the Gold Dome in Charleston, this is the West Virginia Capitol Report.
Okay, we're going to wrap things up here at Hawks Nest State Park. It's West Virginia Day, the Sesquicentennial 150th anniversary celebration of the formation of the great state of West Virginia. As we say, happy birthday, West Virginia. We thank you for joining us on the Capitol Report. I hope that Senator Ron Miller can join us again next week when we come to you with next week's shows. So in the meantime, thanks for tuning us in, and goodbye, everybody.